So I'm driving. I'm on my way up to Vermont, pretty close to Burlington, to celebrate my wife's birthday with some friends at an Airbnb. And it should be a fun weekend. But I was driving because I have to drive back early, so I drove myself. And I almost didn't want to get on here, but I kind of have been trying to say yes to things lately, and so here we are. I really don't feel like talking now that I'm on here, but at least that's honestly how I feel. Like, alright, we're going in to use the bathroom. Hopefully we don't have to buy anything. Oh, and I totally forgot to close my gas cap. I have recently been diagnosed with ADD by my nurse practitioner. So that has been kind of this last year one of the best news, in the sense that I didn't understand, for a long time, like even, a year ago, or less than a year ago, I had a hard time focusing. And you can kind of sense now that, like, when I talk, I'm like trying to figure out the right thing to say, but I kind of filter myself a lot. And that comes from, like, being a kid and, like, feeling like everything I said people would think was dumb. So I know I have this, like, built-in filter. And what this has to do with ADD, I'll tell you, it's mostly because when you have ADD, super hard it's really hard to focus, obviously, but it's also anxiety. You get really anxious, and I'm just learning about it myself now, because for most of my life I was never diagnosed with it, and no one ever really asked me about it. And I was even supposed to be tested when I was in school, in elementary school. At the time, my parents didn't want me to take medication, so they didn't. So I didn't end up getting tested. So just recently, believe it or not, finally somebody came along and noticed that, I have a hard time focusing. And I think a lot of it had to do with, I experienced a high level of anxiety a good amount of the time. But a lot of that was produced by a lack of being able to be present because of how anxious I was, or how anxious I could be. As you can see, I'm driving down this sketchy ass road, and this is like in the movies. We're all gonna get murdered tonight by a dude with a chainsaw. Oh wow, though, this is really cool. Hopefully we don't get murdered, though, for real. Alright, I think we've arrived at our destination. So this is where we're at. Pretty cool. See you inside. Here's the setup. Got some cheese. More cheese and meats. Alright, baby, you're on camera. Are you having a good day?
I'm having the best day of my whole life.
Would you like to introduce yourself?
Yeah. Hello.
Samantha's celebrating her 30th birthday. We're in the middle of the woods.
In the middle of the woods, just loving life and being surrounded by nature and feeling one with nature.
Don't get weird. Don't get weird.
I'm just feeling one with nature today. No, I'm feeling it in my bones. I was just out here by myself and I was thinking I feel so complete.
Yeah?
Yeah. I just felt in this moment I am everything I could ever be. And I was so happy.
That's the face of a happy lady.
Yeah, I'm so happy.
Wow, look at the lights. That's cool.
Yeah.
It's freezing out here.
No, it's perfect. I've never felt better in my whole life. I've never felt better.
Just wrapping up this short little trip to Vermont, about 20 minutes from home. And I just wanted to wrap everything up and reflect on the weekend, or at least the first couple days of the weekend. But it was really fun. The house we went to was amazing. Had amazing views. Had an amazing hot tub, and we had a lot of fun. I am feeling pretty worn out today. Ready to be home, worried about my cats. I wish I had something profound to say. I would say that, again, nature really has a way of bringing you closer to yourself. And you can't help to just be present when are in the presence of nature. So, yeah, this weekend was full of beautiful views and a lot of reflection on what makes me happy and what things get me stuck. I felt a lot of love this weekend and this whole week, because it was my birthday last week. I'm slowly but surely learning how to give that love to myself. And I think the way to do that is just to become your own number one fan. Not in a boastful way, but in a why the hell not way, because somebody's got to be your number one fan, and you might as well learn to love how you are instead of trying to change yourself. I think that's what I'm reflecting on today, is that I don't need to change anything in order to be myself. But I am excited and looking forward to developing the things that I really like about myself. Somewhere